What is up, gamers? Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects of all time, and that is retro video games that maintained a high level of playability yet today. I am proud to collab with Corsbie Gaming to present to you each of our top 3 picks for retro games that maintain a high level of playability yet today and still hold a place in our nostalgic hearts. So sit back, relax, grab a refreshing drink, and enjoy our picks. One of the most legendary games, and quite possibly the most legendary gaming franchise of all time, is none other than A Link to the Past. Right from the start of this game, we are introduced to deeply engaging environmental conditions, as well as some of the best overall dungeon design in not just the Legend of Zelda gaming franchise, but in any gaming franchise in the industry. The action RPG elements in this game were so incredibly compelling that it motivated gamers each and every time they turned on the power button to first save the princess and to continue their quest to rid Hyrule of its source of evil. A Link to the Past rewards exploration and puzzle solving in such a historically fun manner. Beating dungeon bosses was exciting as ever. And of course, A Link to the Past has some of the most iconic scenes in retro gaming history, staying relevant today due to its fast speedrunning and completionist history.
CRG, I gotta give it to you. A Link to the Past is an excellent pick for this list. This game is so exceptionally well made and popular that it had a spiritual successor made in A Link Between Worlds, which used many similar features. So the first game that I wanted to bring up for retro games that aged well is The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening for the Nintendo Game Boy. So this game originally came out in 1993 and was incredibly popular. It's a very unique game in the series, as it's one of the few to not take place in Hyrule or include Princess Zelda. There are a couple reasons I think it aged very well, the first being that it was way ahead of its time and had way more depth than any other Game Boy game. Another reason this game aged well is the simplistic yet effective gameplay and controls. There was only a D-pad and 2 buttons, yet it was very easy to maneuver around with Link and utilize his many items. If you need any further proof that this game aged well, you need to look no farther than the Nintendo Switch remake of it. It's basically the exact same game with just updated graphics and a couple of minor tweaks. Both versions definitely still deserve a playthrough today.
Link's Awakening is truly one of those games that you have to play yourself in order to understand how much of a masterpiece of a game it really is. From the dungeon design, to the exploration, to the fact that it was such an innovative part of the Legend of Zelda franchise, including an innovative storyline that didn't somehow include Ganon. It was such a wonderful game to play through, and I highly recommend it. I think it's an awesome pick, and if you get the chance to play it, definitely play the remake or the remastered version on the Nintendo Switch because it's a lot of fun. Super Metroid didn't just completely revolutionize the gaming industry, it also spawned a whole new category of gaming back when it came out in 1994. Super Metroid's ability to place the gamer into incredibly creative and deeply atmospheric geographic areas of this game, along with innovative gameplay, really made this game an instant classic for players around the world. The exploration in this game was at an all-time high for the industry, as you faced new bosses and collected new items and power-ups to further your exploration of the planet. This game was such an innovative masterpiece at the time that it, along with Castlevania Symphony of the Night, helped launch the incredible popularity of the Metroidvania genre of gaming. Super Metroid stays incredibly relevant today due to its large speedrunning community and the inherent challenges in order to try to get items and beat bosses early in order to see the various endings of the game.
You know what's really funny about this pick, Super Metroid, is that the first time I played it was just a few years ago and I loved it. I downloaded it on my 3DS after having played some other Metroid titles and had a blast with this one too. The next game I want to look at is Chrono Trigger, which originally came out on the Super Nintendo in 1995. So this game was a pioneer of the RPG genre, bringing many new features such as time travel and multiple endings to the game, which is something that some modern games can't even get right like Chrono Trigger did. Not only did it bring new elements, but it had exceptional graphics, a captivating soundtrack, and an unforgettable storyline. On top of that, the battle system was fast-paced and user-friendly. So for my personal experience with Chrono Trigger, the first time I played it was when it came out and was ported to the Nintendo DS in 2008, which was 13 years after it originally came out, and it was immediately one of my favorite games. If that's not a testament to the fact that this game has aged well, then I don't know what is.
I absolutely love your Chrono Trigger pick. It is not just one of the best JRPGs of all time, of which I am a massive fan of that genre of game, but it's also one of the overall best games of all time in my opinion. If you have not played Chrono Trigger yet, definitely pick it up however you can play it and start playing it today. There are some JRPGs that truly captivate us, with Final Fantasy III's compelling story, character, and battle development. It is truly one of my favorite games of all time. Right from the beginning, we embark on an awesome journey of epic proportions, as we are introduced to both our primary party members and also some optional ones that we can unlock later in the game. There are so many exciting, blockbuster moments within the plot lines of each specific character that you add to your party. In fact, I truly believe what makes this game such a fun game to play each and every time is how it successfully integrates every single party member's story into the total plotline of what's going on. Final Fantasy III also has one of the best, most sinister, and most memorable end bosses ever. The innovative magic as well as physical battle tactics in this game make it a worthwhile trip down memory road each and every time.
Yeah man, I totally agree with you. This is my favorite Final Fantasy game and makes me feel very nostalgic. The character development and twists and turns of the plot are unforgettable and sure to keep you wanting more. The last game I want to bring up for retro games that aged well is Super Mario World. Now this one came out in 1990 for the Super Nintendo and was one of its launch titles. So this Mario game took everything that was good about the previous titles and expanded on it. One of the most obvious examples of this is the addition of Yoshi, who immediately became a staple of the franchise. This game really capitalized on the more advanced hardware of the Super Nintendo, improving the graphics, audio, and gameplay features from previous Mario titles, but keeping true to the accessibility and simplicity of the series. Super Mario World has been re-released and ported multiple times, selling a total of over 26 million copies. In my book, that's a surefire sign that a game has aged well.
Oh man, my nostalgic heart beats for Super Mario World. From the exploration and the discovery of all the secrets in the game, to the fact that it introduced to us the world's best video game sidekick of all time, arguably, in Yoshi. Oh my goodness, Super Mario World is an amazing pick, and way to go, man. That is such an awesome pick. Alright, those are our top 3 picks on retro games that maintain a high level of playability yet today. If you enjoyed our video, make sure to like it, share it, comment on it, and of course support both of our channels by subscribing to the Chicago Retro Gamer as well as Corsbie Gaming. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and just remember, damn it feels good to be a gamer. Peace out, you guys.